This video is for you when you're struggling to find your voice. When you're struggling to speak out and say what's really going on inside of you. Speak out and speak what's on your mind. This video is for you and for me. When the times when we need to be reminded that it's because we exist, that our voice needs to be heard. Yes, there's so many different reasons and excuses that we can find that will stop us in our tracks and keep us from opening our heart, opening our voice, stepping out, being bold, whatever that looks like. There are infinite reasons why we can stifle our voice. But right now, you're meeting this video right when you need it. You're finally hearing the reminder that you've been waiting for, that your voice is and always is your most important and most guarded asset. Hi, I'm Daniel Estevez, and I make content for clear conscious people who are tired of the multiple choice options in life, and they're looking for something that's different. They're looking for something that takes them from the life that they know and brings them higher, brings them to a place where they can find new levels of satisfaction, safety, creative opportunities, and ways in which the normalcy of life is no longer acceptable. Today I wanted to share this story, and it comes from the Bible. And it's a story when Jesus is sitting and he's talking to a huge group of people, 5,000 people. There's a lot of people there. And the time has gone on and people are still sitting, and it gets to the point in the day where either the people need to leave and find food or something has to happen. And Jesus, being the Jesus, Jesus turns to his disciples and says, all right, you guys have any food? And the disciples turn to him and they're like, hey, dude, if we had 200 days worth of pay, we could probably barely even feed these people a couple of bites. That we don't have enough food. And all of a sudden, a little voice pipes up, and it's a small boy, and he turns his lunch, and it's 5 little loaves and 2 fish. And Jesus is like, bring it over here. Let me see what he got. And one of the disciples brings it over to him. And the disciple says to Jesus, we have 5 barley loaves, little guys, and 2 fish. And then he says this, but what are these for so many? And then the rest of the story is Jesus, bam, bam, miracle, and then turns it into a ton of food and everyone gets to eat. But that statement, what are these for so many, is where I want us to sit with today. There's something about that statement, what are these for so many? It's that impediment phrase that might stop you in your tracks when you're feeling like there's a part of you that's drawn to step out, to do something, to try something new, or to speak out, to speak up. And then that voice comes, that familiar voice that says, man, what are these for so many? There's so much that everyone else could worry about. Why would anyone care about my voice? Why would it matter if I showed up here? What are these for so many? And I think the beauty of this reminder is that so often we get trapped and we don't raise our hand and volunteer, and we don't step out and say what's really going on, and we miss opportunities. If you start taking conscious note of your own voice, of your own thoughts, of your own heart, and you start being intentional about the value that you have, no matter how small, because what you have to give is the fertile ground from which new life can grow. And maybe in the moment, you can't see that. I'm sure you, and I'm there a lot, feel just like that little boy that's just like, all right, I don't know. I cannot resolve the problems that seem apparent in front of me, but what I know is I have what I have. And in the boy's case, it was 5 loaves and 2 fish. And we might meet that person that resists us. That says, dude, get back in the bucket. Crabs in the bucket. Nope. What are you trying to do? Climb out? No. Here we don't think very highly of ourselves. Get back in. You don't fucking matter. We might encounter those people. That might be another person. That might be our own self limiting ourselves. Let's be aware of the limitations that we put on ourselves that stop us from hoping and dreaming and reaching out and stepping out into the next goal. Because there's something that you have inside of you that other people need, and other people cannot get it unless you open up. And you have to open up first. People aren't going to ask for what they don't know that you have. That's not how this works. You are the protagonist in your own story. You are the thing that's stopping you. You are the thing that enables you. And in that duality of you are your advocate, but also you are the one undermining your own voice, no one holds that power over you. And yes, I know, we've been in places where we felt like we were shut down, like we lost our voice, like we lost our ability to speak for ourselves. And I'm going to argue for you, but also a big part of me that when I've been in that space too. Yes, there were times when I lost my voice and I gave it away, but it was only so that I could learn how much my integrity matters, how much my voice matters, how much it matters that I am who I am. And when I show up with all of me. I might not be perfect, but you know what? If someone says, anyone got anything? I'm just going to try to show up. Because maybe me showing up there is another person's reason to shake their head and say, what are these for so many? But you know what? My job is to show up for me, not for anyone else. My job is to show up for me because I am my own advocate. No one can be the advocate for me. We're just learning that together. That our voice, without hindrance, is the soil from which we can help others and our own self to grow. So my encouragement today is ground yourself in the idea that what you have to say matters. What you believe matters. And maybe you don't feel like you have people in your life right now that you can share your voice with. My encouragement to you is find your people. There are people that want to hear you, and it's important for you to open your heart and find those people. Because we cannot do this journey alone. I've talked about it in another video. There are no lone wolves. And if you think you can make it through life without needing someone, I hope that you can succeed. But I would say this, it's better for a rope to be made of many strands than a one-stranded rope. Many-stranded rope is going to hold more strength and integrity when strain gets put on. We are in this journey together. If you liked what I said, if you're interested in more of where you can grow, how you can learn to share more openly and more freely, I have a free one-on-one coaching session that I do, and followed up by actual coaching. I'd love to start that journey with you. If you liked what I said, like it, comment below. I want to hear your thoughts. I thank you so much, guys, for everything that you guys are doing by showing up and everything that you take from these videos and that you put into practice in your life, because effort is better than no effort. And I'm excited to hear how you are putting into practice, finding your voice, stepping out, and not letting the hindrances that say, what are these, for so many. All right, bless up. Take care.